today we are going to start the concrete technology. So first of all, you should know what is the definition of a concrete and where it is used, and what are the constituents of concrete which makes the concrete, and what will be the output of concrete. Okay. So in this part, first of all, there are different components of a concrete. For example, cement, fine aggregates, coarse aggregates, and water. Apart from this, we are also using admixture at some places where it is required. Okay. So as you see the definition, freshly prepared concrete till it has not yet set is called wet or green concrete. It means whenever it is in a fresh stage. Okay, it's not starting in the hard stage. That is known as a wet or green concrete, and you can change it to any shape or mold into any shape in this stage. When the concrete starting going to set or hard, after that you can't change it to any shape. So you can see there are a number of buildings which is already made in different proportions. Like you see the front of many buildings, it's in a curved portion, in an inclined portion, in a horizontal portion. So it's all about the concrete property. In a green state, we can change it to any shape, that is called as a wet or green concrete. When it is hard, or you can say it's getting strength, that is known as a fully hardened concrete or a set concrete. Is it okay for you? Anything which is not clear about wet or green concrete or set concrete, then you can ask, then otherwise we will go further. So next is types of concrete and its uses. So there are different types of concrete according to its use. So first of all, according to its binding material used in concrete. Secondly, according to design of concrete, and third one is according to the purpose of concrete. First one is type first type, that is according to the binding material. So there are two types. First is cement concrete and second one is lime concrete. So as its name indicates, cement concrete and lime concrete. So in cement concrete we are using cement as a binding agent, and in lime concrete we are using lime as a binding agent, which bind the other constituents of concrete. So when it grip between the other materials, it will result in a good binding strength, and the later stage it will go in the high rise strength, compressive strength of the concrete. In cement concrete, what will be the components? Cement, sand, coarse aggregate mixed in a suitable proportion. So fine aggregate or coarse aggregate, there are different types of the aggregate. So when we classify the aggregate, it will into fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. Fine aggregate also known as a sand, and coarse aggregate, the aggregate which is greater than the 4.75 mm size. So if we deeper about the size classification, so in that part, how we will measure, how you can examine that is fine aggregate or coarse aggregate. For this, we are using sieve analysis. The aggregate which are passed through the 4.7 mm 75 mm sieve, that is known as a sand or fine aggregates. The aggregate which are retained on the 4.75 mm sieve, that is known as a coarse aggregate. Okay, is it clear till now? Any doubt in this part?
No, sir.
Fine. So as we already discussed, if we see any proportion, suppose there are different grades of cement concrete we are using. We are picking any ratio. Suppose in this part, we are taking example 1:8:16. Okay, so 1:8:16 means first part is cement and 8 part is sand and 16 part is coarse aggregate. Okay, तो तीन हमारे पास रेशियो होती हैं. So whenever we are going to designate the concrete mix, that will be a M20, M25, M30. Okay, so they all are having different ratios. So it will be a 1:1:2, 1:1.5, 3. So what is the meaning of this 1:1:2? So 1:1:2 means first part one is cement, second part one is sand, and third part is coarse aggregate. Okay. The uses which are commonly used for building residential purposes, residential buildings, other important engineering works where strength and durability is a prime importance. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next is lime concrete. So it is the same as cement concrete, but in this part the changes is the lime is we are using in replace of cement. Okay. So when we are talking about cement, there is a large percentage of lime in the cement concrete is also. Basically, lime is the material which having property to bind the material together, which gives the strength in a later stage. Okay. So in this part, we are directly using lime as a binding agent. The concrete consisting of a lime, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate mixed in a suitable proportion that is called lime concrete. So in this part, we can also use aggregate or broken stone, broken bricks, gravel can be used as a coarse aggregate. Placing of lime concrete. So it should be completed within a 3 hour after adding the water of concrete with a hydraulic lime. Concrete should be well cured for a period of at least 10 days. So well cured means we already see when there is a construction, or you can say brickwork is completed or casting work is completed, then watering is given to that structure. So the water given to that structure, that is known as a curing in terms of technical name in civil engineering. Okay, so that curing time will be at least 10 days for lime concrete. So lime concrete basically we are using in foundation works, underfloor, over roof, where cement is not cheaply and easily available. So there we are using lime concrete. Next is type of concrete and its uses. So there are different types of concrete we are using, depend upon our requirement and place to place. The first one is plain cement concrete. Second one is reinforced cement concrete, that is RCC in the short form. And third one is pre-stressed cement concrete, PCC. So plain cement concrete, as a name indicate, plain cement concrete, it is there is a no reinforcement we are using in this part. This is only a cement concrete without reinforcement, that is known as a plain cement concrete, which we are using plain cement concrete in the foundation or flooring of the building, to which provide a hard and durable surface for foundations and floors. We are not using plain cement concrete in the slabs or any other component of a building which takes heavy loads. We are just providing to make a solid base for other structural components like foundations, etc. So is it okay till now? Any doubt in this? Next is reinforced cement concrete. So as the name suggests, reinforced cement concrete. Reinforced means steel bars we are using in this part to make higher strength as compared to plain cement concrete. Okay. So in this part we are using reinforcement as per steel required in that particular structural component. For example, beam, column. So first of all, we have to calculate the how much quantity of steel will be there and what will be the size of the steel. There will be a main bar, stirrups, bent up bar, etc. We have to calculate all these quantity of this bar. Then we are incorporating reinforcement in the cement concrete. So basically, there are two things. First is compressive strength, and second one is tensile strength. So whenever a structural member is subjected to any loading, so it will against the two forces, compressive and tensile. So concrete is strong in the compression but weak in the tension. So it will fail in the tension. So that's why we are providing reinforcement which is strong against the tensile strength. But reinforcement is weak in compression. So in this manner, both of the concrete components give better result in their areas. So there are different types of bar sizes available: 6 mm, 32 mm dia. So as we are going for higher loading conditions, dia will be increases and number of bar will be increases as compared to the structural load. So it's mainly uses in the all frame structure. Frame structure means column, beams, then foundations, precast, concrete, then slabs. It also come in multi-story buildings. So precast concrete means which is already constructed. Means they are manufactured at a particular site or factory, then it will be brought up at the construction site. As you see in the flyovers and bridges, these deck slabs are directly will be transferred on the abutments or piers. So is it clear till now? Any doubt? If you have any doubt, then you can ask. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So here you can see the picture of reinforced cement concrete. You can see the reinforcement bar and cement concrete. It shows the reinforcement bars, cement concrete, then shuttering work also, which gives the shape to the concrete. Next part is pre-stressed concrete. So it is a concrete which is high compressive stresses are artificially induced before their actual use. It is called pre-stressed cement concrete. So pre-stressed cement concrete which is used basically in a high heavily structures like bridges, flyovers. So we can't use pre-stressed concrete in residential buildings, etc. So the cost of pre-structure is more as compared to RCC. So in this part, we are using reinforcement, but the difference is we are using reinforcement of a small dia bars up to 3 mm, but these bars are twisted, 8 to 9 bars are twisted together before the construction, that is known as a pre-tensioning. And the other part, when the stresses are given after casting, that is known as a post-tensioning. So these concrete can take up high tensile and compressive stresses without development of cracks. It's considerably reduced by the using of. In the later say we will concrete. Is it clear? Any doubt?